Hello everyone, welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest update across South Sudan and beyond. Today, we bring you several important updates coming out of South Sudan, including a report of violence in Warab, a deadly attack in Poshala, a heartbreaking incident involving a schoolgirl in Rumbek, and President Salva Kiir Mayardit Easter message calling for peace and unity in South Sudan. Well, these are serious and emotional stories that continue to show the challenges many communities are facing across the country. Before we proceed with this heartbreaking report, I will ask you to help the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let's begin our report with the attack on cattle camp in Tonj. According to this report, early Saturday morning, violence broke out in Tonj County in Warab State after army youths reportedly launched an attack on cattle camp. According to local authorities, 2 people were injured during what officials describe as failed cattle raid. This report comes after earlier claims suggested that many people had been killed, but local officials have now strongly disputed those reports. They say no deaths were recorded in the incident. Officials explained that the attack happened at around 2 o'clock in the morning. The army group is believed to have come from neighboring counties in Unity State, including Koch, Mayandit, and Panjjar. Their target was the cattle camp in Pathet and Matut and Mut. According to the authorities believe that the main intention of the attacker was to steal cattle belonging to the Rohingya community. However, the raid did not succeed. Local youth, together with security forces and community leader, quickly responded and pushed the attacker back. According to this report, 2 cattle owners were injured during the attack. Officials say both victims suffered minor gunshot wounds and are now receiving medical treatment at a local health facility in Rumbek. Thankfully, no lives were lost on the side of the cattle owners. Government officials praised the quick response of the local youth and security forces. They say the Luashjang Galweng youth group, together with Division 11, South Sudan People Defense Force, SSPDF, forces under Major General Akolo Alakot acted fast to stop the attack. This quickly response helped prevent the loss of livestock and further bloodshed, according to the report. Authorities in Warab State strongly condemn the attack. They also call on officials in Unity State to work closely with local youth in order to stop cross-border violence and reduce tension between communities. The commissioner of Tonj also confirmed that the attack happened before sunrise. He said the attackers were forced to retreat before they could take any cows. However, he warned that the situation remained tense. According to him, there's a fear that the attacker may still be hiding in nearby swampy areas. Because of this, residents remain worried that another attack could happen at any time. Even though the area is currently calm, fear and uncertainty remain high among the local populations. Meanwhile, officials in Unity State say they had also tried to prevent the raid. They describe the attackers as at low to use and promise to continue improving security along the border. Cattle raiding continues to be a major problem in both Warab and Unity State. Despite a repeated effort by the government, these violence raids continue to affect local communities. For many families, cattle are not just animals. They are a source of wealth, food, and social identity. This is why such attacks often lead to deadly conflict. Before we move on to our second top story, if you are new to Changfied YouTube channel, I will ask you to help the channel by subscribing and turn on the notification bell. So when we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let's look at another heartbreaking report. 1 kill in Poshala attack. Now let us move to another tragic story. A deadly attack has been reported in Poshala, North County, in the greater Pibor administrative area. According to this report, authorities said one person was killed and another was injured after army attackers raided a border village. The incident happened on Wednesday evening in Daktek village located in Burator Payam. According to the county commissioner, the attackers struck at around 7 p.m. The victim who lost his life was identified as a 12-year-old boy. Another teenager aged 15 was also injured during the attack. This is a heartbreaking incident, especially because children were the victim. Local authorities believe the attacker may have come from neighboring Pibor areas. The commissioner condemned the violence and described the attackers as criminal. He also said local youth have been mobilized and are currently pursuing those responsible. At this moment, the exact reason behind the attack is still unclear. However, officials say that in the past, similar attacks have often been linked to cattle raiding, child abduction, and theft of valuables. This has raised serious concern among local residents. Border villages often remain vulnerable to such attack, especially in areas where security presence is limited. Families living in this region continue to face fear and insecurity. The death of a young boy has once again highlighted the urgent need for stronger protection of civilians. Let's move on to our third top story, tragic death of a schoolgirl in Rumbek. Now we turn to a deeply painful story from Rumbek Central County. According to the report, police have detained a parent for questioning after a 17-year-old schoolgirl died by suicide following an alleged forced marriage. According to local authorities, the young girl was a primary 7 pupil. She had reportedly been removed from school and forced into marriage against her will. The incident took place in Mayom Payam. Officials say the girl had been attending school before her family arranged a marriage for her. A report indicated that the family accepted bride price before forcing her into the union. She reportedly stayed at her husband's home for 3 days. Later, she returned to her father's house. Sadly, this is where she later died by suicide. Police have now opened an investigation into the matter. A family member has been detained as authorities try to understand exactly what happened. Community members say the girl had openly expressed that she did not consent to the marriage. This tragic case has sparked emotional reaction from civil society groups and members of the public. Activists say this is not the first case involving forced and early marriage. They say many young girls continue to face pressure to leave school and enter marriage before they are ready. Civil society leaders are now calling for urgent action. They want communities to end forced marriage and early marriage, especially involving school-going girls. They also urged young people facing family pressure to seek help from trusted leaders, teachers, and community leaders or community elders. This incident raises important question about child rights and the protection of girls. South Sudan Constitution clearly stated that women and girls have the right to consent to marriage. It also protects the right and best interests of children under the age of 18. This heartbreaking story has once again reopened national debate on child protection and girls' education. Let's move on to our fourth top story. President Salva Kiir Mayardit called for unity in Easter message. Finally, President Salva Kiir Mayardit has delivered an Easter message calling on citizens to embrace peace, unity, and reconciliation. In his message, the president extended Easter greeting to Christians across South Sudan and around the world. He described Easter as a time for reflection, sacrifice, hope, and renewal. President Salva Kiir Mayardit said that even in difficult times, hope should never be lost. He compared the meaning of Easter and the resurrection of Christ to South Sudan's own journey through years of conflict and hardship. According to the president, Just as restrictions symbolize new life, South Sudan can also rise above its current challenges. President Salva Kiir also urged citizens. He expressed hope that through patience, faith, and unity, the nation can move toward a better future. Kiir also urged citizens to forgive one another. He called on all South Sudanese to renew their commitment to peace and national reconciliation. He said it is the responsibility of every citizen to work together for lasting peace and development. The president ended his message by wishing all citizens a peaceful and joyful Easter celebration. He also expressed hope for a brighter future for the country. Those are the latest updates coming from South Sudan today, from violence in Tonj East and Poshala to the heartbreaking tragedy in Rumbek. And the president called for peace. These stories continue to shape the nation conversation. Let us know your thought in the comment section below. Do you believe more need to be done to stop violence and protect civilians? If you found this update helpful, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for more South Sudan breaking news and updates. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next report. Thank you. Bye-bye.